You know, this is getting crazy, right? Tesla stock soaring goes $900 a share.
And turn to your other big story of the day, and that is what else? It is Tesla.
What the hell was that? They've gone to plaid.
Welcome back to another episode. Tesla, Tesla, Tesla. What can I say? I really wanted to do a video about something other than Tesla, but something needs to be said.
You need to calm down.
And how about those short sellers?
And I'm just like, hey, are you okay?
At this point, as an observer, there is as much risk for short sellers as there is for new buyers. I have some first-hand insight into this as I was caught up in the Bitcoin bubble of 2017. I learned several extremely important lessons from that experience. In case some of you were not sure, yes, this is what a bubble looks like. The hardest part about being in a bubble is trying to anticipate the top. This is an impossible task, which is why long-term investors have it easiest, because they don't care about the price and will hold no matter what. The outcome, however, is inevitable, and I will explain why. But first, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe. I post regular videos talking about all things to do with building an empire from the ground up. So, let's get back to it. Tesla has all the markings of a speculative bubble. You have a massive early adopter base who refuse to sell their shares no matter what. Their cost basis will be well below $200 per share. What these people do for the stock is they create scarcity. As more and more people flock to the stock, they can only buy shares from those willing to sell them. As a result, the lack of supply will drive the stock higher very quickly. Combine this with the fact that this is a very heavily shorted stock, and you will get a rapid short squeeze to push the stock even higher. This creates a feedback loop which sends the stock so high that the slope of the chart becomes vertical, as we are seeing now with Tesla. This vertical phase can last longer than people realize, and it can be interrupted by brief sell-offs that get bought up only to send the stock even higher. All this is to say that predicting the top of a bubble is impossible, short of a lucky guess. One thing that's for certain is they all end the same way, and for the same reason. Some people like to point to news events that lead to the burst of a bubble, but the truth is that they end simply because the market runs out of buyers willing to pay yet a higher price, expecting an increase from there. There is a finite amount of capital in any market. The other trademark of a speculative bubble is that there are skeptics who do not understand the growth story and who would like nothing more than to profit from the downfall. Tesla has this in spades. If you think that short sellers are running for the hills never to return, you are sorely mistaken. They have not been enlightened, and their hearts have not been turned. The rise in the price has only emboldened them. While I have little to no respect for them, the last thing I would do is underestimate them. People are wondering what bad news could turn the stock around. At this point, the price is the bad news. Again, that is not to say that the price cannot go further. Hell, it could still double from here. My point is not to say how high the price will go. I am simply saying that this ends only one way. The first time Tesla experienced a massive move to the upside was back in March of 2013, which ran until October of that year. The stock went from $37 to $194, a 420% gain, which happens to be about the same total gain we're looking at currently from the lows formed back in June of this year. One key difference is that the move back in 2013 was far more gradual, indicating a healthier growth. But despite that, the rally was followed by a 40% retracement in the price over a 2-month period. This time, the bulk of the move has been in the last 2 months, creating a far more unstable platform for the stock price. Even Amazon, that over the long run has proven to be an extraordinary performer and growth story that has consistently retraced back to its moving averages, namely the 100-day and even 200-day moving averages, sometimes even moving below them. Where are Tesla's moving averages? Yeah. All this being said, in the long run, I really do believe that getting Tesla shares at $900 will be as amazing as if you could have bought Tesla at $190 back in 2013. But if you are putting it all on the line because you think the stock can only go higher from here, then you are about to get taken to school. I will say this, even without going short on a stock, there is still plenty of profit to be made on the backside of a bursting bubble. The most amusing part will be watching Wall Street analysts fumble like mud wrestlers trying to predict the stock price by the end of the year. During all of this, Tesla will continue to execute on their plan, so you need to be ready to add to your position with every pullback and ignore the noise that will be plentiful while we move through 2020. Things will normalize over time, but for now, seriously.
You need to calm down.
That's all for this one. Hit that like button, subscribe, and share this with anyone and everyone. Now, let's get back to empire building.